welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. I am the Educated Natural. Welcome back to my channel. Listen, today's video wasn't going to happen yet again. I just got out of the dental chair, so got fresh cleaning, but after every cleaning, my dentist likes to do a fluoride treatment, so my teeth feel pretty sticky right now. So if you see something on my teeth, it's not from eating, it's from the fluoride that's on my teeth. And so since I'm determined to keep my teeth as long as I can, yeah, we only got that done. Nevertheless, I am feeling great, and I was not going to allow this opportunity to be with you all pass me by. But listen, we need to talk, family. We need to talk, content creators, supporters. We need to have a realistic conversation. I saw something recently, and I'm noticing it starting to happen quite often. And if you are a fellow content creator, put a 7 in the chat. Just let everybody know that, yes, I have a channel. You can come, watch my content, consume as much as you can. And if you like what you see, I invite you to join my channel. Put a 7 in the chat. Let everybody that may be new here, that may not be familiar with you, let them know you are a content creator, because I'm going to take a hit for all of us today. And I want y'all to talk back to me today. All right. I want y'all to be honest, because there are certain people that support each and every one of us, and we all support each other. Every name I see popping up here. But there are some things we need to talk about. We need to just go on and just clear the air. We have been tiptoeing on some things, and I have mentioned this before. And maybe because it came from me, maybe you didn't see the video. So we're going to just revamp the previous video, okay? Because it's still happening, and you're probably wondering, what exactly am I referring to? You can sum it up with one word, and that word would be etiquette. As a content creator, it is tough enough for a lot of people to get on camera before God knows who in wherever country or state, and you don't know what people are going to learn or perceive when they see you on camera. And so it takes a certain level of confidence to be able to come before what I would say is a live studio audience and present whatever content you're going to present during your videos. It's tough enough for a lot of people. I have met some people that say, look, I have to do a whole breathing exercise to even get on camera. Some people say, I've had my YouTube channel for 10 plus years, and this is the first time I've decided to press that go live button. And as supporters of one another, there are certain things that we need to do to help each other keep it going, not quit, not walk away, not throw in the towel. And it all boils down to etiquette. So before I get any deeper into this conversation, let me say hello to those of you that's taking the time out of your busy schedules to come and say hello to me. So who we got here? Let's see who we can get up on the screen real quick. Like, we have, let me see, I changed my format just a little bit. We have Unbiased LLC in the house. Welcome in, sis. Great to see you. Dolores is here. She's coming in saying, hey, y'all, hey. Welcome in, members. GT is in the house. Great to see you. Stay warm over there in Alaska, but it's great to see you here. Bayou Sugar, another member here. She is in the building letting us know, hey, y'all. Who else we have? Scrolling down here real quick. A new name and a new face. Welcome in, Matthew. Great to see you. Welcome to my channel. Let's see here. Going on down. G Mama is in the house. You hear me? Welcome in, G Mama. It's great to see you. Ruji's in the house. Welcome in, Ruji. Great to see you as well. Let's see. Going on down. Girl Dad. What you cooking today, Girl Dad? What you cooking? He says, I'm a content creator. Come over to my channel. Let me tell you something. Don't go over to Girl Dad's channel if you are hungry. I'm trying to help you. Because he is going to, like he said, cooking up some deliciousness. Yes, indeed. You will go over there with your lip all on the floor, drooling all over your desk and your phone, watching the things that he cooks. So I'm trying to tell you, proceed with caution, but proceed. Okay, so make sure you check out Girl Dad as well. Going on down in the chat, let's see who is here, who's representing. Broke Farmer is in the house. Welcome in. And my chat is just jumped. Okay. All right. So here we go. Let's go. And if you're a content creator, you know about the chat. The chat, every time somebody says something, the chat moves. So if I'm going down and it's moving up, we over here fighting, okay? So just in case you haven't did a live stream before, let me just give you a warning. The more people you have come in, the more conversations that take place, the chat will jump, okay? So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Just know your chat will jump on you, but it's okay. Just scroll it back up. That's all you have to do. All right, who else do we have here? Twins Party of 5, welcome in. Great to see you. Wellness with Frugal Mama is in the building. Welcome in, sis. Great to see you. Oh, girl, Dad, you're so dope. Thank you. Many blessings to you. All right, y'all. Everybody's still coming in, so I'm going to let the chat rest for a minute. We need to have this conversation, and the reason why we need to have this conversation is because I saw something this morning, and I've seen it time and time again, like I said before. And typically, I mind my business. I stay out of other people's stuff. You do what you do, how you do. But I noticed that when this happened, the host of the live stream that I was watching became irritated. Her mods became irritated. And as a viewer of this channel, I became irritated, okay? It was very annoying and to see someone come in the chat, and you probably saw it as well. Like I said, I want y'all to talk back to me because a lot of you are live streamers as I am. So I'm sure you have witnessed this, and especially if you are a host, you have probably most certainly witnessed this. Someone came into this particular content creator's chat and announced that they were going live in 10 minutes. Now, if that doesn't bother you, stick around. When you get enough people in there doing this to you, it may. The reason why I'm addressing this is because I keep seeing people either doing it on purpose, nonchalantly, making these announcements about their channels, someone else's channel, and what you're doing when you do this is you're literally alerting the chat that someone else is about to go live, you're about to go live, something else off of this person's channel is about to happen, okay? That's what you're doing. When you do that, you disrupt the chat. You get the attention, which is probably your intention. You get the attention of the people in the chat, and you could possibly be throwing off the host from whatever it is they're teaching, saying, whatever's going on in that live stream. I need every content creator and supporter to be aware that this is rude. This is unacceptable. I am a mod of several different channels, and I can tell you from firsthand experience that what one host accepts, another host may not. You may be able to go over to GT Junior Grows in Alaska's channel and announce what another channel is doing. He may not have an issue with that. And you may say, well, man, if I can do it over here, I can do it over there. Not the case. Not the case at all. Unbiased, you said it best. It's so disrespectful. Because what you're doing is you're possibly taking that person's chat viewers and supporters away from them to go to somewhere else, whether it's to yourself or to another channel. And it's highly disrespectful to the channel that you are on. I can tell you from firsthand experience, I have been in people's lives and I knew I was going to go live at a certain time, but I would never, without their permission, even with their permission, I struggled to even do it, to announce that I'm about to go live. I wait for that host to say, hey, y'all know of anybody that's going live? Y'all know of anyone that has something coming up? Let me know. When they say something along those lines, then it's okay if you know that Wellness with Frugal Mama is coming up at 6 o'clock. Then you can say to that host, because the host is asking for information pertaining to other content creators, then you can answer him or her at that moment. Not before, not because you decided you're going to go over to wherever. Then just leave. Just say, hey, y'all, I'm going to catch y'all later. Or you don't even have to say that if you don't want to. But do not announce where you're going. Do not announce who's live, who's coming up next without the permission of the channel that you are on. You can even ask the host first. Say, hey, is it okay? And that's up to the host. Some people say, don't ask me nothing. Okay, there are some people who don't ask them nothing. Just go on about your business, leave them alone. But some people will allow you to ask them. You can say, hey, would you like to know something else that's happening today? Either way you want to word it, just don't announce what's going on without that host's permission. Because like it's already been said by a fellow content creator here, it's very disrespectful. Twin Party says, let me pull this up real quick. They said that that's out of control, very rude and inconsiderate. Yes, indeed. I agree with you. It is completely very rude. It is completely very inconsiderate. You're not thinking about the host of that channel that spends countless days and hours thinking about planning, strategizing the content that they're going to be presenting to their audience. What you're doing is saying, yeah, but you got all these people in here and I want to capitalize on that. And I'm going to talk about what I have going on my channel without thinking about what you have going on in your channel. And I'm going to try to capitalize on the audience you already built for myself. Not to help that channel host, the content creator, that the channel you're watching. You're not thinking about them in that moment. You're thinking about yourself. And that's highly selfish of you. Completely disregarding what that content creator had to go through to be able to stand before their audience in that moment. There are people that get on here that have countless things they're facing when that camera is off. But they show up when that camera is on and they present something to their audience, whether it's sewing something, whether it's teaching something, whether it's creating something. They're doing something that their audience enjoys. How rude of you to enter into their chat with an underlying agenda. And your underlying agenda is to say just enough to say you was there for a little bit, right? You participated in the chat. You said hello to everybody in the chat. But at the inopportune time, you decided to announce whatever you needed to announce about yourself or about a fellow content creator. And it ended up being very disrespectful to the chat and to the host of that channel. And family, we need to talk about this because I know there are content creators that are new. You may not know it's rude because like I said before, you're able to do it on other people's channel. Don't have a problem with that. But also, there are some people whose house you can go to and put your feet up on their table. Don't have a problem with that. But you go to somebody else's house, they mess around and break your ankle. Some people's house you can go in their refrigerator, walk all through their house. They don't have a problem with that. But there are some people, you try that same tactic, you're going to get thrown out like Jazzy Jeff did during the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's going to be you. Because some people don't play that. You cross the line. Okay? So you have to be mindful. Be around those content creators enough to know this is not how I'm going to show up in someone else's chat. Facts are biased facts, okay? And you're messing around and get blocked from that person's channel. Either their moderators are going to block you or the host themselves will block you because your behavior is unacceptable. And I'm trying to save you the heartache of sitting there thinking, oh, they're rude on that channel because they kicked me out because I said hi. No, it wasn't because you said hi. It was what you said after you said hi, okay? Moderators are smart enough and the hosts have told their moderators how the flow of their channel goes. I have had people upset with me because they put the same type of comment in a fellow content creator's chat, and I had to remove the content that they put out there. And they were announcing their show. I've seen them go from channel to channel to announce their show. It's rude and it's disrespectful. If that content creator that you're watching can take the time and build their audience, you, my friend, are going to have to do the same thing. Build your audience off of your own back and not off the backs of other content creators. It's rude. There is no nicer way to say it than it's rude. And so when you find yourself being blocked, being timed out, your comments removed, don't get in your feelings. I'm here to warn you now. Do not get in your feelings. Don't get mad at the moderators. Don't get mad at the host. I'm telling you now, watch your typing. Watch announcing that you are going to be going live in someone else's chat without their permission to do so. A lot of people are getting sick of it. And they're telling their mods, I can speak for the mods, okay, that I've been told. Do not allow, some of them have even said certain content creators, as soon as they say it, kick them out. They don't even think about it, don't pass go. Kick them out. I'm sick of them. Okay? So there are particular content creator names. As soon as those mods see you pop up in the chat, they're on you like this. They're watching you, waiting for you to mess up so they can get you out of there. Because the host has enough responsibilities when they are up there teaching something or doing some sort of tutorial. They're trying to make sure their stuff is together. And the last thing they want to have to deal with is why they have mods, is someone coming in their chat being disruptive. Just leave, just be quiet. Do your own promo on your own channel or on someone else's channel that allow you to do that, because there are promo channels out there. Go over there. But what you do in one person's channel, you can't do across the board. So that was the first thing I wanted to discuss today, because I don't know if everybody knows this, but obviously some people are doing it just to be rude anyway. They know exactly it's wrong, but if they can get away with doing it, they're going to try it. They're going to test the water. They're going to think, okay, well, it was only there for a second before the mod took it down. So at least I got it announced. People saw it. That's wrong. Why would you even do that? Because the next time you try that, word spreads fast in these streets. The next time you try that, you'll mess around and get timed out before, just by you saying, hey, because they know after that, hey, it's going to come with your foolishness and they're not going to tolerate it. So you never know whose list you are on because of rude behavior. So I just want to put that out there. Welcome in, Tampa. Welcome in, you Grow Row. Welcome in. And so for those of you that's content creators, I want to know, put it in the chat. Tell me what on your channel, or maybe even as a guest in someone else's channel in the chat, a pet peeve of yours, an annoyance of yours as a live streamer, as a content creator. I want to hear from you. What are your pet peeves? Like, man, this person, don't tell me a name. Please don't put the name out there, please. We don't need no fights, okay? Don't put the name. Just tell me the situation. But that is one today, and I have seen numerous times, that gets on my nerves as a host, as a moderator, as a content creator, as a supporter. When people come into other people's chats announcing somebody else is going live, whether it's them or someone else. Welcome in, the Virginia Bushcrafter. Thank you for being here. So I want to hear from y'all. I'm checking the chat. I want to hear from you. All right. Precious Pieces says, I've seen people announce that another content creator is live. Yeah. Okay. And I'm like, okay, but you weren't asked to announce that on this person's channel. You just pretty much are could possibly be pulling the current audience from that person to somebody else's live. If that host did not ask for that information, don't give it. You're messing up the flow of that channel. So I don't care if it's you or your friend, your mom and them. I don't care who it is. Do not announce that in someone else's chat without their permission. It's rude. And as a moderator, I have been told by several channels that I mod over, if you see it, take it down. Let me know who it was. And then the host gonna do what the host gonna do. They may block them. They may reach out to them and say, hey, that was wrong. I don't know. But as a mod, I'm going to do what I'm asked to do. And if they tell me, if you see any foolishness in my chat, don't hesitate. Take care of it. That's what I'm going to do. All right. So let me go back in the chat. Let's see here. All right. The Virginia Bushcrafter says, no politics, no religion, no foul language. All right. So on his channel, he's like, none of that. I'm sick of seeing it. I'm sick of seeing other people's chat. I don't want to hear none of that. And you know, y'all know we're in political season. So it's a lot of those things going on. So let's see here. All right. Tampa's Creek, Homestead and More says, when I'm talking about a specific topic and my content goes left, it gets on my nerves. She's a content creator. She's telling you right there from her channel, on her channel. Many of you support her channel. She's telling you already. When I'm talking about a particular subject matter and the people in the chat, I'll give you an example. It's football season. Y'all know I love my football, okay? But I wouldn't go over to, since Tampa brought it up, I won't go over to Tampa's chat, right? And let's say I see Big Rooster over there. Let's say I see, who else is Deborah Garrett is a football fan. Tori's Brain is a football fan. The Rooks are football fans. If we see each other in the chat, I'm not going to be discussing the game in their chat with them, in her chat with them. They have a channel. I have a channel. If I want to talk about football, I'm going to feel more comfortable doing it on my channel with my fellow football fans. It's disruptive to go to someone else. Well, I'm telling you something. Sports talk is just like political talk. Everybody starts coming out the woodwork. Tampa's up there talking about being the best grandma ever. And we over here talking about, man, did you see that game? Did you see that sack? Did you see what number 42 did? And we're all, and now her whole chat is being disrupted because we're having football talk. It's rude. So if you see someone that you're used to having that banter with, use caution. Do not do it without the host's permission. Now, if the host says, hey, did y'all see the game? Then boom, there's your cue. Y'all can talk about it. Everybody can rep your team or whatever you need to do. But you cannot do that on every single channel you go to. Some people are not sports fans. So when you're in there talking about any sports, they're like, what are y'all talking about? I'm up here showing you how to sew a seam allowance. And y'all over here talking about the Raiders versus the Vikings. No, that's not what we're doing, okay? So we all have to be mindful of the side conversations we're having in people's chats, all right? So good point, Tampa. Broke Farmer says, people talking about channels that don't even know them in the comments. Right, because there are certain, because we all go to various communities, various channels, everybody in here plus, right? And if I'm talking about bucktooth cow patties, that just sounded crazy, but it's first thing that came to my head. If I'm talking about them and you have no idea what I'm talking about, and he's up there and Broke Farmer's up there talking about gardening, and I'm talking about something way left, about a channel that he doesn't know, his co-hosts don't know, the people in the chat are like, who, what, huh? I have just disrupted the entire flow of whatever they're talking about on the panel, and the people in the chat, everybody's confused. Like, what are you talking about? So as the people in the chat, it's our job to support the host in our conversations as well. If the host is talking about, this is fall planting, this is how you fertilize your containers, your grow bags, and this is what you should be growing, your focus should be right there with them. If you're going to have a side conversation, have it somewhere else or at another time. but do not disrupt the flow of that person's live stream because of your side conversation. And as Brooke has said about other channels that nobody knows about, but you know about it because that's just some place that you frequent. So we all have to just be mindful of the things that we may be doing that's annoyances to content creators. So, okay, so twin party, you want me to repeat my question? Okay, my question is, I want you all to name an annoyance or a pet peeve as a content creator that you see that you find very annoying. And as you can see, 2 people have already listed theirs. So yeah, hey Mike, welcome in. So that was the question. I want you guys to talk back. What are your pet peeves? Okay, Ruji says, when someone keeps talking about themselves, aka life, and not the content. Yes. Yes, Ruji, I agree. Like if you are, let's say from the content creator's point of view, let's say I decided to just tell y'all all about my dental appointment. I just decided to tell y'all about this and about that. And you're there because you want to get some stuff off your chest because the topic is about annoyances. And I decide I'm going to tell y'all about my day. I'm going to tell y'all that this happened, that happened. And now you're over there like, well, I didn't really come here today, Ten, to hear about your day. We thought we was getting some stuff off our chest. I thought we were talking about some annoyances. Why are we hearing about your life? That's not what I'm here for. So yes, Ruji, I agree with you. When people start going on these tangents and start talking about themselves and not the content. Also in the chat, when somebody comes in the chat and they start talking about themselves, they start talking about the kids, the grandkids, they start talking about something else other than the subject matter at hand. That can be very annoying because as the host, if you're doing your presentation up there, your tutorial or whatever it is you're presenting to your audience, and somebody then took everybody down a whole other rabbit hole, nobody's paying attention to you. Point blank, period. They're all wrapped up in this side conversation. So I definitely thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for definitely bringing that up because some people just they just take people all kind of ways, and next thing we know, we're like, why are we here? What are they up there talking about? I have no idea. I am completely lost. So yeah, you're right. So let's keep on going down. What else y'all say? Teppa has another one. She says, folks, no, I'm not discussing religion or politics or the alphabets, but yet folks still do it. That's one thing we all have to be mindful of. If you are a religious-based channel, like my channel, y'all know I have religion in my channel because I am a believer in God. And on my channel, you're going to get that. But there are subjects on my channel that I do not cover. I don't care who it is, what it is. I do not touch them. Politics being one. I'm not touching that. But there are other content creators that do. Their whole channel is about politics. Some of them have gone over to not just here, but other social media platforms, especially this time of the year for the United States, to discuss their political views and different things like that. If you don't value or don't like those types of discussions, then don't go to those types of channels. If you do like those types of discussions, don't pull from those channels to someone else's channel that does not discuss those things. And I know you thinking, well, I don't know what they discuss over here. I'm just a part of the community. We support each other, but that's why it's important that you go through people's channels and you do a little bit of research to kind of get a feel of that content creator. And even if you don't know if they discuss politics or religion, if you stick around during the discussion, just stay on topic. Don't bring up politics. Don't be bringing up your candidate. Don't be talking about your guy or whatever. Don't be because you don't know what the flow of that channel is just yet. Stick around. Sometimes it's okay to be quiet in the chat. It's okay to be what we call in the bushes or in the background. You don't even have to say anything. Just sit back incognito and just watch and listen and learn. We call it lurking. Call it whatever you want to. Just get a feel for that content creator, their panelist, if there be one, before you start to engage in conversation. It's going to save you a lot of time, because there are certain channels right now I do not frequent because I don't like the topic of discussions. I just do not. It's not my thing. I don't have anything against the content creator, but the content I can't deal with, so I don't go over there. That's just a personal thing. A lot of people in the community may support these people, but for me, it's not my cup of tea. And I don't drink what I don't like. All right. So it's up to you. So just be mindful when you go to various channels, see what the flow of the show is. All right. So let's see. Dolores says, hey, Donzel, welcome in. Being combative in the chat. Woo, child. I have been around long enough to see arguments take place in the chat and arguments take place on the panel. And either way you cut it, they're both very disrespectful. They're both rude. And that's why I always tell hosts, the actual channel host, the creator of the channel, I always tell them, use your tools. You may not know that the people up on your panel are combative. Maybe you don't know, because some people drop links and just let anybody come up there, okay? And sometimes you don't know that person A and person B may have an issue. And so now you've let both of these individuals come up on your panel and they got a beef going on. You don't know. They start going at each other and you're sitting there, hey, and you up there just like, either you're letting it go on or you're going to close your eyes and your ears like, this is not happening. I'm going to let them finish. But you have to understand, you have tools. You have a mute button. You can kick them down. You have all this power as the host of that channel. Sometimes you got to put people in timeout. Say, you know what? Y'all are not doing that on my panel. Out of here. It's like hitting the button that makes the chairs fall off from other people. As the host, you have that power. Do not allow people to get up there and act a plumb nut on your panel. Same thing in the chat. You as the host have the power to control the things that's happening in your chat. And also, if you're doing your presentation and you're not able to go through your chat because it's moving so fast, that's why you have moderators. You need to have that discussion with your moderator. Say, hey, if something goes crazy in my chat, please take care of that. So if you got two content creators right now that go at it, you have mods to say, nope. Y'all gonna have to figure that out on the side. You are not gonna do it in my chat. You're messing up the flow of my show. Not gonna happen. I don't care if we're up here talking about the tiddlywinks. I don't care if we're up here talking about headphones. You're not gonna be disruptive in the chat. So you have to use your tools. So yes, I agree. Being combative from the chat on the panel, completely unacceptable. You don't like someone, take that negativity somewhere else. We don't need that over here. We don't need that negativity in other people's chat. Take that childish behavior somewhere else, especially if you have a channel of your own. Go on your own channel and do that craziness, because I have seen people do not allow craziness on their panel, but will go over to other people's chat and act a complete fool. Watch your panelists. That's all I'm gonna say. Watch your panelists. So get you some mods. If you're a live streamer, you must have mods. Find some people that are either are used to being a mod, or at least have just a little bit of common sense, okay? Because, you know, some people don't have that. So just be cautious about your moderators. Get you one or two that's always in your live streams that can keep some of that combative nature at bay in your chat. Because the longer you live stream, you're going to have those T people. I ain't going to say them because they might try to come over here. But you know, them real trap disruptive people. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You don't want them to come in there and just completely take over your chat. So you got to have at least one or two mods. At least one or two good ones, okay? So let me go now. Hey, Growing with Hudson, welcome in. Okay, I spoke to Precious Pieces, I spoke to You Grow Roll, Dunzel. Let me see. Checking the chat, y'all. Okay, let's go down. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of people that know anything. Hey, Tamika, about football. Hey, Tamika, welcome in. Let's see. Going down the chat, y'all. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the reminder, Unbiased. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for being here. Please hit that like button. And if you're not a member here, if you're not a part of the family here, hit that subscribe button to become a part of the family so that you do not miss the great content we discuss and bring before you right here. Don't miss it, y'all. We got some great things coming up in the new year. And it's almost hard to keep it to myself, but I have to. But yeah, I wanted to come on today to just get some things off of our chest as content creators, because some people are just rude. Okay. I don't know of another way to just say that, because I believe people know better. I believe people know exactly what they're doing when they come into people's chats. A lot of the times, hey, Juicing with Jay, welcome in. I think they do it with an underlying agenda, and their goal is to disrupt the chat. Their goal is to come up on people's panels to cause a disruption. There are people that, in order to grow their channel, they literally purposefully go up on other people's panels to pretend that they are part of the community or part of a community, but their underlying agenda is to grow their channel based on your audience. And you'll be so happy and excited that someone comes up on your panel to speak with you that you may miss that. And sometimes sitting in the chat is a great thing. It gives you a vantage point. It gives you a chance to see who's there, how they flow, not just in one channel, but several channels, because there are certain people when they have a live stream. You guys know I go live mostly every Wednesday at 3:45 p.m. Central, 4:45 p.m. Eastern, right? But these individuals also may have a scheduled show. Maybe they go live on Mondays, maybe they go live on Thursdays, or whenever their scheduled show is. But their underlying agenda is to go to as many channels as they can and put that out there. They're not really there to support you. It looks good on paper, but their underlying agenda is to talk about themselves. It has nothing to do with you. You just make it easy because you got 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, 200, 300, 1,000 people in your chat. So if they can put, hey, I'm going live at 7 p.m. Eastern in that chat where there's tons of people in there, it's like free advertising for them. They know this. They just hoping you're not paying attention. They're hoping that your moderators aren't paying attention so that they can capitalize on that moment. Maybe only 3, 4, 5 people saw it. That's enough for them. Because by the time your mod may catch it, at least someone saw it. And that person just may scoot on over to their channel. That's all they want. It's not even about you. It's about them. And if you're not careful, you will invite these people up on your panel. You can't stop people from coming in your chat, right? But you can stop people from coming on your panel. But you don't know because they smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Backstabbers, okay? You don't know this. And so you'll be like, oh my goodness, look who's on my panel. I can't believe this. Oh my goodness. Like you'll be all excited. And that person is like, yep, I'm going to be here long enough. I'm going to talk enough stuff. I'm going to make myself look a certain way. And everybody's going to fall in love with me and they're going to come over to my channel. And then when they get on my channel, I'm going to act a complete fool. But I'm going to do this at every single channel I go to. Every person that drops a link, I'm going to go up on their panel. I don't even know what the subject of the discussion is. Come on now, we've all seen that. We've all seen people jump down the panel. The discussion's probably been going on 20, 30 minutes. They just got there, don't have no idea what the host or the other people that's up there talk about. No idea. But they going to hop their little happy hips up there on that panel just to be seen. It has nothing to do with you. They're trying to capitalize on the moment. They say, ooh, you got 30-something people in here. Ooh, you got 40-something people in here. This is my chance. Let me get on up there. Drop the link, come on, drop the link, drop. And as soon as you drop it, boop, there they go. Now the people in the chat like, didn't they just get here? They just said hello. They up there already. I've been sitting here for like 40 minutes and I haven't even gone up there. I've been here since the live started. I haven't even Wow. And if you follow them long enough, or if they're following the same places that you go to, you notice a pattern. You notice a pattern. So I'm just saying, host, my fellow content creator, especially my fellow live streamers, be careful. There are users out there that's going to use you and your audience for their own underlying agenda. So you may think, oh, they're always in my chat. They seem so cool. It's an underlying agenda. I have sat back and watched long enough. So I just want to let you guys know, not everything that glitters is gold. Exactly, Donzel. Yeah, I don't like them either. Now, I really wish these platforms would do something about those particular individuals. I only want to say what they are. Starts with a T, ends with an L. Okay. I really wish, instead of all these little features they're releasing, they really need to tighten up on them people that literally disrupting a lot of people's channels and chats. They really need to tighten up on that, because we as content creators only have so much control, only so many things that we can do. So let's see if this will fit. Oh, it fit. Okay, cool. When you're live and someone gets upset because you missed their comment, I've only been like a handful of times, and twice I've had to apologize to someone getting in their feelings because I missed their comment. Oh my goodness, Ro. You said a mouthful, you grow, Ro. Listen, right now, currently at this moment, there were 32 people in here, okay? If all 32 of these people put comments, it's very hard to keep track of every single comment. It's very hard as a live streamer, as the host of a channel, to make sure you say hello to every single person here. Hey, Tay, how you doing? Great to see you. And so hey, Mr. Arthur, welcome in. So sometimes your moderators have to become an extension of you, the host. So if the host messed around and missed your name, hopefully the moderators will say hello to you because they see that the host is busy. Like, for instance, Unbiased, if she's over there sewing, she can't look at the chat and look at what she's doing, or she may sew her finger to her fabric, okay? So she has to pay attention to what she's doing. If someone is painting, 755 Media, for example, if she's painting and she's trying to make sure she get those details just right, she can't do both. Her eyes don't split like a chameleon, okay? So she can't do both things at the same time. And sometimes even myself, if I get wrapped up in my conversation and my educating people, I don't sometimes see every single person that pops into the chat. That's why I say, hello, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Lisa Bell, welcome in. LGGG, welcome in. I think that's everybody. If I miss somebody, I apologize. Charge it to my head, not my heart. Welcome in. But sometimes the chat just be moving, y'all. And if you commented way up top and I've already scrolled down, I may miss you. But if you continue to comment, I'll catch you. I will catch you. And if I miss you, my mind, and the Unbiased is really good at doing this. She'll say, hey, Queen, you missed something in the chat. That gets my attention. Like, ooh, let me see. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me look. Who did I miss? Okay. So as a content creator, hopefully you understand this. If you've never created content and you are a supporter, this may be a little bit hard for you to understand. But hear me and hear me clearly. No host is intentionally trying to miss you. Sometimes these comments move fast. All right. And sometimes there's a lot of comments, a lot of discussion. Everybody's putting their point of view in. The host may miss your comment. Please don't charge that to the host. Please don't take that as them being negative towards you, being rude to you. Sometimes the chat just moves quick and they may miss it. All right. Please show people some grace. You want people to show you some grace? Please show your fellow content creators, those that you support, those that you watch here on this app and any other app, some grace. Because it's different being out there and you're in the chat to say things versus being on this side of the camera. And you're now the content creator. Let's see how you handle that level of pressure. Then let's see what you say. Because it's a total different feeling being in the chat and being the one on the camera that's controlling what the people out there are seeing and hearing. All right. So just show each other some grace. If you think another content creator has an issue with you, if they have an email, if they have other social media such as Instagram inbox, reach out to them and see, but don't just assume, because don't get it wrong now. Some people do have an issue, and it's not because something they did to you. It may be something you did to them. They took it a certain way, and they're saying, you know what? I'm gonna ghost them. I'm gonna move on out silently. I'm gonna go over here because I don't have time for that drama in my life. That happens as well. Sometimes the best thing you can do with other people is just separate yourself and move on and move out to keep the drama down. Just go about your business, okay? But I can speak for me. If you are here, I am not intentionally trying to miss you. I have went back and seen my replays like, oh my goodness, I didn't see them. And I have felt horrible. And so if I have ever, and this is from me, I can't speak for nobody else but myself. If I have ever missed saying hello to you in my chat, please forgive me. It was not intentional. Hello and welcome, because your presence means a lot to me. I value your presence. I value your support. So please, for me, for my channel, do not think that I'm intentionally missing you. I am not. This chat just be fast sometimes. Okay. All right. Let's go on down. Let's see what we got. I think I spoke to everyone. I'm still looking. Let's see. Mike says, it's like a TV show or a live performance. If hosts engaged with audience, cool, but it's not required. Don't demand hosts talk to you specifically, especially mid-discussion. Exactly, Mike. Nicely put. Because some people think, I'm here. I've arrived. Say hello to me. No. I don't accept the whole hello, everyone. Hi, all. Welcome in, all. No, it's me. Darling, it's me. I need I need you to say my name. I need you to do all that, okay? Because it's me. I'm here. I am her. She is I. Like, there are people that's like that. I'm going to need you to calm down, okay? Calm all the way down. This is social media. Calm down. Because I have learned for some people, this is all the attention they get is on social media. So I'm going to need you to take a chill pill and take about 5 steps back before you catch 5 fingers. I'm going to need you to chill out, okay? It is not about you. You have not arrived. We appreciate you coming, but you have your own channel. And if you don't, go make one. And then you can say hello to yourself all you want to. But give people some grace, man. Y'all are taking this stuff too serious, man. Relax. Chillax. Okay? Hey! Goodness gracious. But I know exactly what you're talking about, Mike. People think that they deserve one-on-one attention. You better speak to me or I'm never coming to your channel ever again. Okay, well, like the Bible says. The Bible says, may the Lord watch between me and thee while we are absent for one another. Peace and hair grease. Let the door hit you when a good Lord split you. I am not holding you hostage here. If you got that type of attitude, maybe this ain't the environment for you. Okay? You got to show some people some grace, all right? So let's not get caught up in this. They speak to me. I dare them not speak to me. It's me. Okay? Chill. Relax. Okay? If you continue to comment, they'll catch you. Okay? But don't take this stuff personal, man. If there is absolutely no reason other than somebody miss saying hello to you specifically, I'm going to need you to chill out. All right? For real. Good gracious. Mike, you hit the nail on the head with that one. Woo, I have seen some stuff too. Let's see here. LGG Love says, I have never live streamed because of the crazy and lack of internet knowledge. Listen, don't let that keep you from doing something you really want to do. If you really want to live stream, we have a huge community. I always see you in so many different content creator chats. If you really want to live stream, you can. It's right there. People are using their cell phones now, especially since all the live streaming platform changes and whatnot has occurred. Some people now have been kicked all the way back to the basics, which is your cell phone, in order to live stream. It's not hard. All you have to do is hit that go live button on the app and you are live on your channel. It's just that simple. But there are certain things that you have to be aware of as a live streamer. Number one, nerves are normal. You're going to be nervous. You may mess up your words. You probably, without that camera being in your face, you probably speak perfect English. I mean, every word and every sentence is perfect. But as soon as you go live, you may forget the English language as a whole. You may be up there babbling like a 1-week-old baby. But I'm here to tell you, it's normal. It's nerves. The more you do it, like riding a bike, the better at it you will get. But if it's something that you really want to do, it's up to you to make that commitment. Say, I'm going to do this no matter what. But understand that you may stumble sometimes. It's like learning how to walk. Well, a baby just doesn't get out the womb and just take out walking. There are steps that baby and milestones that baby has to accomplish before it takes its first step. Same thing with live streaming. They're baby steps. But luckily for you, if you ask me, now is the perfect time for anyone that have been supporting other channels to go live, because there are tons of people that's there to support you. We're right there with you. You say, hey, I'm going for my first live. I am nervous. I don't know what I'm doing. Can somebody please just help me to like training wheels? Be there with me. You got a ton of people say, what? I see you in my chat all the time. No problem. What time, what day? I'm there. And they're there to give you that advice. So don't feel like you're going to be doing this by yourself. Because I remember when, for instance, ARD, a resilient dad, did his first live. Yeah, it was so many people, like 100-some people have been there. Because he's constantly supporting so many other content creators. His very first video, everybody just, we all flocked over there to undergird him, to support him as he did his very first live. Was he nervous? He said, yes, I am nervous. I am shaking, okay? But he got through it. And we were there to witness his very first live. We were there to support him. He had people on this, and behind the scenes that were supporting him. And so you have that support because LGGG, I see you in so many other channels. Now, if you're a person that doesn't support other people, people may not know who you are, then it may be nerve-wracking. Like when I first started back in 2013, it was just me. Nobody knew me. The only people I knew were the people who was in the challenge that I was in during that time. We knew each other, but that's all I knew. And so I was on there like, well, my name is, and I was nervous. I was a nervous wreck, but I got through it because I was a part of a challenge. And so I pretty much was challenged to do this. But over time, the more times you do it, the more comfortable you become. But don't allow these other things, such as your nervousness, to stop you. Okay, so that's the first thing. You're going to be nervous. That's normal. The second thing you need to be aware of, that there are going to be people out there to try to stop you. They're going to be those TR people. You know who I'm talking about. They need to go live on the bridge somewhere, them people. You're going to face them people. You're going to face the naysayers. You're going to face the critics, the people that say, oh, well, her camera angles are jacked up. Oh, her volume sucks. They're going to be people that's going to throw all kind of sand at you. It's going to happen. But don't allow that to stop you. It's going to happen. It is. But you have to make up in your mind it's something that you want to do. Just like any other thing you've done in your life. I'm sure there are things in your life that didn't come easy, but it didn't stop you. So this shouldn't be any different as anything else in your life. If you want to live stream, then go live. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't have to go out and buy a DSLR camera. You don't have to go and pay all these live streaming platforms out there, anything. You can go live directly from your cell phone, right directly into YouTube to your channel for free. No, you're not going to have all the bells and whistles, but you're taking baby steps. You're going to work your way up to that. Because some people tried to jump out, out the bathtub or the dry land, and they didn't have their land legs yet. And so they jumped from one platform, from YouTube, to all of a sudden to these live streaming platforms and realize they have no idea what they're doing. So they're like, what does this button do? Oh, Lord, I didn't end my live. And now I'm in the chat of my own live, and I don't know how to get back in it. It happens, okay? It happens. But I will always say, if anything is going to happen during your time on these platforms, it's going to happen when you're live. I have had audio get stuck playing during my live. I've had my camera shut off. I've had my camera do something crazy. I don't know if it was the FPS or what it was, but it was just jerking like this. I was like, what's wrong with this thing? And it was just crazy. And it was during a live stream. I have had my internet go out. And I was just like, hey, y'all, and boop, I was gone. It was over. I wasn't even getting started. Hadn't even got started yet, y'all. And it was a doop. My internet was like, you're done. And it happens. But all of these things, you have to be aware. Anytime I hit live, I automatically say, I'm going to do the best I can with what I have. And whatever happens, God, your will, your bill. I keep on going. If I mess up a word, I'm like, I know exactly how to say that word. I am tripping. But you know what? I'm live. It's going to happen. All right. Even after all these years of doing live streaming, I still get nervous, especially about certain topics. But I still push right on through it and keep it going. But I don't let it stop me. And that will be my encouraging words to you. Don't let these things that sometimes are self-proclaimed hindrances, don't let these things stop you. If you really want to do an LGG, trust me, now is the time to do it. You have a huge support system. Okay, so take advantage of it while you can. And if you look around long enough, a lot of new content creators are blowing up on this platform quicker than those of us that's been here for years. I mean, they have surpassed us. They just go. I'm like, how did you get 40,000 already? You only been here a couple months. Like, what in the whole world? But it's just how it's happening. So if you ask me, now's the perfect time to do it. Just saying. All right. So let's see here. Let me go back up. Oh, you did, sister. Yes, I went live in London. And boy, was it's going to happen, LGG. Just keep going. Just keep going. You want to get those mistakes out now. You want, like when you ride a bike, you want to fall off now at the early stages. You don't want to be my age. You've been riding the bike ever since you was a young kid and get on the bike now and fall off. It's going to be a total different experience. You know, I mean, if I fall now, I may break something that when I was younger didn't happen. But I fall now, I might be like, oh Lord, I am in the hospital. My leg up in the No, do it now. Get all, because your first, like I said, your first 100 videos are going to be trash. It's possibly true. But I ain't gonna say your first 100. I'm gonna give you some grace. I'm gonna say definitely your first 10. It's probably gonna be trash. It's gonna be tragic. We probably gonna be like, oh my goodness. Can she turn the camera the other way? We are looking at her video like this. My neck. There you go. No, Lord, I should have turned it this way. Did she just drop the phone? Oh my goodness. Did she just end her live prematurely mid-sentence because she clicked the wrong button? As a content creator, we understand. We have all did something crazy. All of us. Okay. And if you haven't, stick around long enough, it'll happen. But you got this. You got this. Let's see here. All right. Mike says, I hate when people say I got to run to go get ready. Mike, especially if not close friend. Mike, why you get me started? Come on, Mike. I concur. I concur. I don't know why people have to, and it's just another slick way of people to pull your audience to where they are. Especially if they are in their own mind, a popular name. Oh, I'm going live in 5. I'm gonna run y'all. I'll see y'all later. Get ready for my live. Really? Why did you have to tell us that in somebody else's live? If you put it on your community tab, if you pre-announce it on your own channel, maybe people will have enough time to get the notification and know. You don't have to come in somebody else's channel and announce that you're going live. It's rude. It's disrespectful. If you have to leave, just leave. You don't have to tell us why. And when I say us, I'm talking about the host in the chat. You don't have to tell us why. You can say, hey, y'all, God bless. You can say, hey, y'all, I'm out. See y'all later. You something. But you don't have to announce that you're going live. Because a lot of us, let's just face it, a lot of us follow the same channels anyway. A lot of us are part of the same community anyway. So we already know you're going live. We already know you go. If you're unbiased, we already know you go live on Tuesdays around about 3:30 or so. We know this. She ain't got to go in my chat and announce that. You know, we know that Miss Shirley goes live on Thursday. She ain't got to announce that. Just go on about your business. We know. When you go live, it'll pop up 9 times out of 10. If not, if we really care, we already have our notifications set anyway. And if we really, really, really care, we already have you in our journal, in our calendars, already written down the time that you go live anyway. Okay, so you don't have to be rude in other people's chat to tell them you about to go live. Okay, so they know, Mike, exactly what they're doing when they do stuff like that. They know exactly what they're doing. They want people to come from your channel and your chat over to them. They know what they're doing. They're just trying to see if they can get away with it. Let's see. Tampa says, you should know to say, I'm going through that now, but I'm grateful and I'm going to keep pushing. We all have to keep pushing. We all face things in our life and things happen and things go on behind the scenes when the camera's not on. It's called life, right? Life happens to us all. We're all at different stages of life, going through different things. Some things may cross. I may be going through it this week. Next week, you may be going through it, vice versa. We all know life be lifing. But what we have to remember is, or we have to make the declaration to ourselves is, am I going to let this stop me? Am I going to let this stop me from achieving whatever goal or dream that I want to accomplish before I get up out of here physically? You know what I'm saying? If you say yes, then that's on you. If you say no and you keep pushing, then that's on you too. But you ultimately make the final decision about what you do in your life and what you do and what you don't do with your time that you have left in your life. And some people spend their entire life trying to live for other people. And then by the time they try to live for themselves, it's too late. They're too old. They're too sick or something. It's just too something, right? And it's going to literally prevent them from doing the things that they had every ample opportunity to do when the time was presented to them. So we all have to be mindful about the decisions that we make and the choices that we make in our life, because everything we do, every decision that we make or don't make has a cost associated with it. So very good point. We have to keep pushing, because I'm telling you, there were times when I was like, I'm done going live stream because that thing jacked up on me so bad. I was like, I am sick of this. But then I realized it's bigger than me. Everything I do is for the upcoming generation. It's not just about me. There are things that I'm putting in place now that I may not see come to fruition. I may not be here on this earth to see it, but I've put the groundwork in place for my children, their children, to continue to pick that up and run with it. And the same with my husband. Some things we just won't see. But if we lay the groundwork now, they'll have something to stand on and it won't be sinking sand. Think about that. Grow with Hudson says, I've missed people in my lives. Oops. Sometimes I'm thinking in my mind that I've spoken to them. So I might speak a few times. I've done that too. I've done it as well, G Hood. I have missed people and think, did I already speak to them? And sometimes I go back and I'll just continue to speak to them. They're like, will you stop speaking to me? I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I didn't miss you. That's all it is. And so, yeah, I've done that too. We probably all have done that at some point. We probably all did that at some point. Going through the chat real quick. Let's see. I have literally set up a premiere before and was somewhere else doing something else. And if it wouldn't have been for Unbiased and Passionately and Treat Arts, I would have forgot my whole premiere, y'all. No kidding. Because I would have set it up. Sometimes with premieres, you set them up on a particular day at a particular time, but then you're going about your business because you're thinking, okay, I'm going to catch that when it go live. And sometimes life be life and you forget your own show, your whole show. So it happens. It happens. It's part of being a content creator. I've had people, when I didn't go live, like during my scheduled live time, reach out in my inbox and say, girl, you good? Where you at? Why aren't you live right now? What's going on? I'm like, okay, maybe I should just start announcing this, because some days you just don't feel like it. Let's just be honest. Some days you're like, I'm doing something else. Some days I'm like, right now, like today, I was going to go do something else. And I was like, nah, I'm annoyed. So let me see if anybody else is annoyed by this. So that's why I came on today. So, thank you so much, Twins Party of 5. Many blessings to you. Thank you. We try to be a vibe over here, and no, that's a shout out to the Rooks, y'all. I don't take other people's lines. I try not to, but that's their line. But thank you so much. I'm not even gonna comment on that. Not gonna do it. Thank you so much. I will pray on it. God will give. He definitely will. He definitely will. Because let me tell you my own personal journey with live streaming. I hated it. Point blank, period. Hated it. I am not a camera person. I'm a person that likes to be behind the scenes. I like to be like the wizard. I like to be the person behind the scene, making that other person that loves to be in front of the camera. I like making you look good, making sure your graphics and all these different things, your tech and all these different things look great for you. That's like my comfort zone. I can be right there. Asking me to do this? Woo-wee. And now over time, it's become easier for me. And now I can go and speak in front of a whole like the stadium, a basketball stadium, and I can speak in front of thousands of people and not miss a beat because of years of practice and different things like that. But it took time. I used to get in front of this camera back in 2013 and 2014 scared. And then when I got invited to be in radio and realized I'm being heard around the globe, terrifying, okay? Because I was like, what if I say something wrong? What if this happened? And I had tech people and they were like, we got you. All you have to do is speak. We got you. All the tech stuff, all the production, they took care of all of that. All I had to do is just show up and do my hour and I'm out of there. And when I tell you, by the time those shows used to be over, I used to be like sweating. I'm thinking, I am so glad this is radio because, oh my goodness, I am in here pouring sweat. And you won't believe it right now, I am sweating. Now, I don't know if it's a personal summer or what's going on, but I'm having a hot flash, but I have a fan right here. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't matter how many years and how often you do certain things, especially live streaming. You're going to have those moments where you're going to be shaking in your boots. And then you're going to have those moments where you're like, I can stay here forever. This is my thing. This is my zone. This is where I belong. But then you're going to, at the same time, you're going to have those moments where you're like, why am I doing this? I need to be doing something else. Every time I go live. Wait a minute. Matter of fact, let me take a poll. Put a 7 in the chat if you feel at times, every time you go live, you just don't know what you do. Like something gonna jack up. Something gonna go wrong. The camera gonna jack up. Your audio, your headphones, your earbuds may jack. Like every single time I go live, this happens. Camera shuts off. Something's happened. Your internet just decides that it don't want to work at that moment. See, look, LGG, look at these people jumping up in. Hey, J3, welcome in. Hey, and they welcome in. I'm telling you, hey, the everyday life of the everyday life of an OCD chick. I'm telling y'all, every single time, I'm like, why? Why are you doing this to me? Like, I practice. Like, you go and you test your equipment, you turn on your camera, you can see yourself before you go live on a lot of these live streaming platforms. Like, okay, I look good. All right, lighting's good. Cool. As soon as you hit that go live button, something goes wrong. Like, it's like clockwork. You're like, why are you doing this to me? Is it me? Like, and it makes you sometimes, hey, Francesca, welcome in. Hey, Dolores, welcome in. Sometimes it makes you rethink your life choices about this whole content creation thing. Because you're like, man, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I am so sick of this. I'm just going to do pre-recorded videos, because with pre-recorded videos, you can edit out all the ums, you can edit out all the laughter, you can edit out all the bad things. And even if you're like this, and you could actually go to certain platforms and you could put a video on top of yourself and they just hear you. They don't have to see you. And so with pre-recorded video, it's easier than sitting up here doing a live stream, because once you do something live, it's live, baby. It's out there. You can't take that back. You can't go back and edit that. It is what it is. And so it takes a different portion of yourself. It takes a different level of confidence to do something live versus a pre-recorded video. So as you can see, we have all at some point said, man, I am so sick of this. And I know a lot of you have said it since StreamYard decided that they're going to make this big old change that threw a lot of people for a loop. I know a lot of y'all saying, now look at here. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go live anymore, because every platform outside of StreamYard that I have tried has let me down. You got one that costs way more than $10. that I was paying at StreamYard. And I don't even think I want to be paying more than $10 to be streaming to YouTube. Because all I do is stream to YouTube. Me and my friends get up there and we just talk, stream to YouTube. I don't know if I want to be paying $25, $35, $45, $55, $65, $85 to be doing that. I'm not quite sure. And then I got to go to another platform and I got to learn how to do what, where, and now the comments are over here versus over there, over here versus over there. What does this button do? This makes absolutely no sense. I don't even know if this is even worth it anymore. Like, I'm not even monetized and I don't even know if I want to be doing this. Like, why? There are some people going through that right now. So there are certain people that has had to revert back to their cell phones. And hey, Homesteader Rachel, welcome in. And some people are completely right now, hey, Francesca, outside of their comfort zones because they're having to learn something new. Some people don't want to learn something new. Whether they want to admit it or not, some people are set in their ways when it came to StreamYard. They were used to how it flowed. They learned how to do it. They knew it like the back of their hand. And now they have been positioned well. If you want to stay with what you know, you're going to have to pay more dough. So you're going to have to hit the dough. So it's up to you. But there are certain people that saying, well, maybe this is a sign. Maybe I need to expand my education. Maybe I need to learn something new. It may not come with this particular feature that this other platform has, but I can learn to use it. So we are all right now kind of trying to figure out where we fit into this thing at. And so you're not alone. It's going to happen. It's a part of the journey of being a live streamer. It's a part of the journey of being a content creator. Things will change. If there's anything that will happen, change is one of those things. Changes will happen. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't tell you how many times I've sat up here thinking I'm going to talk about one thing and God just flips the script on me and I end up talking about, well, he ends up talking and taking over. And I'm looking around just like the audience, like, what just happened? Who said what? What? Been there, done that. So let's see here. I'm going through the chat, y'all. Paya said, just leave. Just leave. I agree. Instead of announcing you gonna leave somebody's live, just leave. Sorry, like just leave. We understand. You have a life. You have other obligations. We get it. But you don't have to announce it. You don't even have to say bye. Just exit stage left. just do whatever you gotta do. All right, so let's keep going. Okay, going down. Let me tell you, Francesca, this is a good point. She says, I love going live. If someone is with me, it's hard to be alone, even if you are in my chat. I am right there with you. When I first started live streaming, I was like, I am not, and I mean not, doing this by myself. I need some help. I know Jesus is my help. I get it. But I need some physical. I need somebody to talk to me. And God answered that prayer for me. And I had a whole panel. And you go back in my channel, my very old videos, I had a whole panel of women. And it was a mastermind. And we would come on and we would go live. And I got so comfortable with them. Let me tell you, I knew I could bounce something off this person. They was going to hit me back with this. I could bounce off the next person. It was like playing cards. I'm like, we got this. It's a round table. We got this, right? So I didn't have to hold all the weight to myself of carrying the show until God and his infinite wisdom came in and flipped the script years later. And one by one, they all decided that they wanted to do other things. And I was like, okay, I'm cool. Okay, cool with you leaving. Okay, cool. But then I got down to my one final co-host, y'all. And out of nowhere, she hit me with, sis, I got an opportunity. And I was like, oh, great. And then she was like, I have to leave your show. I was like, I was like, I'm glad for your opportunity. I'm definitely going to miss you. Like, well, I guess my show is over. So in my head, I'm thinking my show is over. I'm cool with it. I've been doing this for years. Time to move to something else. I'm cool. And so I started saying, okay, God, thank you for the time. It's been fun. It's been great. But we're going to wrap this thing up. She's gone. I'm done. Because I have become so comfortable with other people being up here with me. I was cool with just ending things. Okay. And, oh, Francesca, thank you. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this by myself, but I was still in radio. So I just couldn't just be like, well, y'all, thank y'all, peace out, I'm going. I had a show to do and I didn't want to do it by myself. And not only was I doing radio, I was doing live streaming of the show as well. So I had to be there. And I was like, hey, Bayou, welcome in. Hey, T. Johnson, welcome in. And I was like, oh, what is we gonna do? Okay, God, let's talk. What is we gonna do? Because I don't want to do this by myself. Like, I'm just not there yet. And so I started making phone calls. Long story short, I called a fellow sister in Christ, and I'm thinking, I know if she don't want to do it, she knows somebody that will. I don't even care who it is. I don't even have to know the person. I just want to be able to do it by myself. And talking with her, and she consulting God, she says, sis, I got a word for you, but you're not going to like it. And I'm like, what is it? And she says, God says it's time for you to fly solo. It's time for you to take the reins of the thing that he gave you. He gave you the vision. He gave you the assignment. It's time for you to step out there on faith. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I don't want to hear that. You're absolutely right. Go back again. I'm going to need you to go back to him again. And this time, I'm going to need you to make sure that that's what he said. Because I don't like that answer. I don't want to do this by myself. And she was like, girl, the answer is no. Okay? There is no one else. It's your vision. It's your dream. Get out there and let's go. Okay? You got a show to do. And so literally, I felt like I had been kicked out the nest by God because I had all these wonderful women and they all left me right behind each other. And here I am having to fly solo. I didn't want to, but I had to because I had obligations and things to do. I was on an assignment from God. I had to do these things. And so, Francesca, when you say you're nervous and you want somebody up there, there is going to possibly come a time when God is saying, okay, you've had those crutches long enough. Because that's what my co-hosts became for me. They became crutches. I could always depend on them. They would bear my weight. When I was tired, they would pick it up. And if they were tired, I'd pick it up. And so it was like a thing. We became so dependent on one another. But I see your growth. I see what you did last week when Yankee's sister was unable to be there by your side. You still showed up and God came into that conversation and showed out through you. So whether you want to admit it or not, God is getting you ready for something bigger. And you're not going to have a co-host to your left or to your right. He is going to position you to be able to do this on your own. So I'm here to tell you, don't get too comfortable with a panel. Because God has a way of shaking up things and putting you in a position where you're going to have to make a major decision. Okay? So I just want to put that out there for you. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying. Don't be surprised if the day comes when Yankee's sister has something to do, if T-Hop has something to do, and he looks at you and say, you got something to do without them. Just saying. All right? You are a powerhouse. It's like that song says, I hate to quote this, but it's the first thing that came to my head. Fabulous said it best. You're a movement by yourself, but you're a force when y'all are all together, right? You're able to do this by yourself. And it's going to come a point, and I'm pretty sure Yankee Sisters probably hinted to you at some point doing this, where you're going to have to be able to fly solo. And God is going to be right there with you. He could possibly put you in a season where it's just going to be you and him. And he's going to give you a word so powerful. You're not going to be able to wait on the other two people. You're going to be bursting at the seams. I got to get this out. I got live. And you're going to hit that go live button. And he is going to speak through his vessel called Francesca. And you're going to be like, what just happened? I cannot believe I just went live. He's like, you didn't. I used you, my vessel. for the upbuilding and the edification of my body. So I'm just telling you, because it happened to me. It's probably going to feel weird, but I'm trying to tell you, don't get too comfortable with co-hosts and panelists. I'm trying to tell you, you're on assignment. So, Astor1085, welcome in, welcome in. So I stopped by you. I said, hey, welcome in. Hope everything's well with you. She says, oh, look, stop moving. Oh my God, all women and they worked out. That's amazing, child. I ain't say it was smooth sailing. Hold on a second, time out. I didn't say it was smooth sailing. You know, it got to a point where, you know, never mind. We'll talk about it during our member meeting, okay? Okay. We made it work for as long as it did, and then when it didn't, it didn't, okay? It was not perfect, okay? Because somebody quit from day one. Show number one, they were like, nah, I'm out of here. And I was like, wait a minute. We all agreed. Where are you going? And they were supposed to be my accountability partner. But that's a story in itself, okay? But it's a part of the journey. It taught me a lot. I learned a lot during that time. I learned that sometimes in life, the only person on the earth that you can depend on is yourself. And of course, in heaven, you got God. And if he puts you on an assignment, whether you got people there with you or not, you're on an assignment. You have to get the job done, whether people are going to be there to support you or not, whether you're going to have a panel or not. But I can personally say God has had me in several seasons where I had to float alone. It was not comfortable. It was not easy. I didn't like it. I was out of my comfort zone. And then he sent a messenger to me, and she looked at me. She's a fellow business person. She's still doing great things to this day. And she looked at me, and she was on my show as an interviewee. I was interviewing her, and she says, I'm here to tell you, Kim. She says, your comfort zone is your dead end zone. The moment you step outside of that comfort zone is the moment you're going to find your wings. It's the moment you're going to take flight. But as long as you sit there in your comfort zone, you're not going to go any further than your comfort zone will allow you to go. But there's more out there for you. And in order to get it, you got to get out of your comfort zone. It was at that moment when I realized I can't stay here. There's so much more out there, so many more opportunities that I had to get out there and get. And it was up to me to get it. I couldn't depend on my former co-host to do it for me because they were doing their own thing. They were following their own paths. It was up to me to keep this train rolling. It was up to me to continue to let my voice be heard around the world. They decided they wanted to do other things. That was between them and God. But the original vision of this, he gave it to me. And I decided to share it with others under his guidance for a season in his timing. When he got tired of it, he said enough. He broke it up. And I was left there at a crossroads having to make a major decision about what I wanted to do because the show was a part of my business. It was a way and an avenue that God had used to bring me from YouTube to radio. And it was up to me if I was going to let the train just sit there and do nothing with it, turn it off, close the blinds, turn off the lights, the show is over. Or if I was going to continue to get my voice out there to be heard around the world. And I had to make that decision quickly, okay? Because I had a show to do. And I was on schedule. And I was on contract to do these shows. So fear, I didn't have any place for that. I had to tighten up my bootstraps, pull my pants up, and get the show back on the road. And that's what I did until God decided, okay, you're shifting again. Here's what else I want you to do. And so I'm here to tell you that those of you that like to have panelists, don't get too comfortable. Above all, make sure you have the right panelists up there because you don't know who's watching. A lot of you have mentioned in other people's chats and channels that you want brand deals. These people will go back and examine your channel. They will see what you've been talking about, who's been up there, what's been happening with you. It's not only YouTube you have to worry about. There are other businesses that's looking for ambassadors and representatives of their business, and they can look at your channel. They may like your personality. Oh man, they're so cool because you reached out to them, and they go back and they do their research on you and realize, ooh, in September you talked about this and what happened up there? Who said what? And the conversation flipped this way and flipped that way, and what? Whoa, we can't have them being a part of our brand. You won't know this is happening, but I'm here to tell you, people are watching you. They're watching your panelists too. And you may think, panelists, oh, because you're up there, you may have a goal to have your own brand deal. And if you're sharing out the content from another channel that you are a part of, they see that too. So be careful. I'm just telling you, be careful. People are watching for real and taking notes. So just I thought I'd put that there. Just letting you know. So let's see. Let me check the chat real quick. Listen, T. Johnson, when she said it was like, bam, that thing hit me in my chest like, huh? But I don't want to, but okay. All right. Whatever you say. I was a mess though after that show. I needed a V8 and a fan because I was, that was something else. Let's see. Francesca said, I do have a passion in feeding people. God reminds me all the time that people are hungry. Oh, get back up there, you. Get back up there. Click the right one. Okay. I do have a passion for feeding people. God reminds me all the time that people are hungry, and I need you to be a usable vessel for and with me. Yeah. He reminds me that all the time too. Especially in the times when I say no, or I don't want to do something, I don't feel like doing something, I'd rather do something else. I think it's time to shift and blah, 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 blah. He'll remind me of my assignment. He'll remind me that when I want to shut my mouth and not say anything and not help and not teach and all these different things, he will literally remind me that you're on assignment. This is a part of your calling. You are on assignment to be the voice for the voiceless. So whether you want to talk or not, you're on assignment. It has to be done, and it has to be done by you. Why? Because it's bigger than you. I created you for this. So yeah, you're going to get pushback. You're going to get people that think you're too smart for your own good. You're going to get pushback from people that may feel some sort of negative way about you just because you are you. But it doesn't mean you shut your mouth. Not in case I tell you to shut your mouth. It doesn't mean you turn away and walk away just because you don't feel like doing something. Do you think Jesus wanted to go and die on the cross? Do you think that God has to sit up in eternity and watch his creations make crazy mistakes every day, every single moment of every day? No, but he sends vessels and he puts us on an assignment to speak up for those that feel like they don't have a voice. If I'm quiet, who's going to speak up for them, right? So I'm constantly being reminded by him of my assignment. And I have to understand that not everybody's going to like me. It's like, not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody wants to hear what your thoughts are on whatever topic at whatever day at whatever time. But it shouldn't stop you from doing what you're called and created to do. And so during those days when I'm like, I don't want to, or this and that, or this person said that, or this person thinks that, God quickly reminds me, who do you serve? Who created you? And what did I create you for? The moment I understood my assignment, I'm like, that's another person that don't like me. That's cool. They're not part of my assignment anyway. Keep moving. They can exit stage left, right, wherever. Just stay out of my way. Because sometimes when you're on an assignment and you're on a mission, God will have you literally move like a freight train. And if you've ever seen a freight train, you know nothing stops a freight train. You have to literally be like that song says, I'm titanium. Like you have to literally move with the speed of light. You have to make up in your mind and say nothing. And I mean absolutely nothing. Not a devil, not a demon, not a human, not an imp, not anything is going to stop me from doing what God has created me to do. Once you become that confident, once you put your trust in him on that level, it doesn't matter about fear. It doesn't matter about nerves. It doesn't matter if you're having a personal summer at any given time. You are on an assignment and you understand that it's bigger than you. Because if you stop, What about the people that you were created to help and speak for? What about them? And so for those of you that's saying, I want to, hey, Ruthie, welcome in. I want to do this and I want to do that. You have to understand that if you were created to do it, you don't want to miss that assignment. The last thing you want to do is make it to the end of your life and standing before God, the God of all, okay, God of all gods. You're standing before him and he brings up the things you didn't do today. And you sit there and say, well, I didn't do it because Umbaya said she didn't like my shirt. I didn't do it because, hey, Just Gifted said that I talked too loud. And so it hurt my feelings. And so I didn't speak up no more. I just didn't do videos no more. He was like, but I created you to speak for the voiceless. But when you shut your mouth, these are the number of people that are in jeopardy right now because you didn't do what I created you to do. Do you really want that on your head? I know I didn't. And so I said, let me open my mouth. Maybe I'm a little too quiet because naturally I'm a quiet person. I know it's hard to believe, but naturally I am quiet. I will, in a crowd, I'm usually fade to back. Like I am like in the back, like I am quiet, just observing, just looking. I don't really say too much. And a lot of people think, oh, she stuck up. I'm like, no, I'm just surveying the room. I'm just looking at the room. That's all. Before I speak. And even when I met my husband's family for the first time, they thought I was mute or something because his uncle was like, why is she so quiet? Because they were all loud and having a good time. And I was just sitting back on the couch, just real quiet, just looking and just smiling and nodding my head and stuff. And he directly addressed me. And I, of course, replied back. He was like, oh, he said, because for a minute, I didn't think you was going to fit into the family. I was like, no, I'm just naturally quiet in a crowd, especially people I don't know. I'm really quiet because I want to see what the room is. Now, around my family, people I know, oh, I'm crazy. I'm wild. I'm silly. I'm cracking jokes. We having a good time because I know them. But even with them, even with everything else, my desire to be pretty much by myself, a loner. I move a lot, sometimes incognito just by myself because it's just sometimes quicker that way. I have time to explain everything to everybody. And so even during those times when God says, I need you to go to this group or I need you to go here, I need you to do that, I have to put my wants in the background because it's bigger than me. And the moment you get a clarity of that is bigger than you, it's not about what you want to do. It's about the people that's following you. It's about the ones that need to hear it. It's about the ones that need to figure out something and can't figure out something. And maybe God can speak through you and help them see something. When you get that understanding, it changes everything. Everything else goes out the window. Fear, discouragement, broken heart, disappointment, all that stuff just gone because you understand your assignment. So let me see here. Oh, I thank God for you too. It was in your words and helping me move forward. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. All I can do is show up and bring attention to the matters that God has created me to bring attention to. And then it's up to everyone here and everyone that catches the replay to govern yourselves accordingly. That's all I can do. But thank you so much, Dolores. All praises go to God. And people used to get mad at me because they were like, just say thank you. And I'm like, but it's him that I got to give glory to him first, not thank you. Okay. But I have to always pay homage and give glory to God first and foremost, because I couldn't do any of the things that I've been able to do in my life without him. And so, it's all him. It's all God. Amen, Ruthie. Absolutely. Oh, bye. You don't get him started in me. Okay. We about to wrap this thing up. Don't get him started. Okay. So let me go back up. Oh, you're welcome, J3. To God be the glory. You are more than welcome. Absolutely, Francesca. I'm telling you, you haven't even seen what God is about to do to you. But girl, Dad, I wish you could come here now and cook my dinner, but I can hear my family and I'm gonna have to go start cooking dinner. So I gotta get up out of here before I be coming over here saying who's gonna fly me into their house so I can because I done got kicked out of mine because I didn't go ahead and help my family cook. Which one of y'all gonna open the door for me? Amen. I'm so glad you made the live as well, LGGG. Thank you for being here. But we're going to wrap this up. Please be mindful, everyone. Hosts, content creators, supporters, please be mindful. Do not go in other people's chats announcing you're live. Do not go in other people's chats announcing somebody else is going live without their permission. It is rude. It is disrespectful. And you're upsetting the moderators. You're upsetting the chat. But ultimately, you're upsetting the host of that channel. If you truly want to show love to the host, be there. Be a part of the conversation. If they ask a question, give your opinion on it. That's what you're there for. Because some people are like me, they're solo. And so they get that energy back from the conversation in the chat. And if you're talking about something that they're not up there talking about, it makes what they're doing even tougher. So be mindful. There's going to come a time for all my sports fans. I'm going to have some of y'all up here on the panel. We're going to talk sports. We're going to talk junk. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some laughs. And that's what that time is for. But for instance, if Francesca's, giving us a word, she don't want to hear about football talking in her chat. She wants y'all to, if she's talking about Proverbs 31, she wants you to be talking back to her about Proverbs 31. Okay? Stay on topic. That's all. We could support each other, but just be mindful of how you carry yourself in other people's chats. All right. That's all I really wanted you guys to get. Be mindful of how you're carrying yourself, because if somebody was in your chat, you would want them to be respectful to you. Then if that's what you want from them, they want the same thing from you. And if somebody forgets to speak to you, charge it to their head, not their heart. The chat moves fast. It's okay. Just know they appreciate you being there. Okay. I appreciate everyone that's here. If I didn't speak to you, I apologize. Welcome in, whomever you are. And if you are a person that is high on your own supply because you just have to hear your name, somebody's got to say your name, say it to yourself. Okay. Say your own name. Okay. But just know that host appreciates you being there, because your presence makes all the difference in their chat. You're more than just a number. You're more than just a viewer. You matter to me. You matter to everyone in the chat. You matter to everyone that's going to catch the replay. You matter to God in heaven. You matter. So please, if you're nervous, do it nervous. If you're scared, do it scared. If you're shy, do it shy, but just do it like Nike. Okay. You want to go live? You want to do a live stream? Let us know. We'll be right there with you in the chat, supporting you, giving you pointers along the way. But don't allow any hindrance to stop you from doing what God created you to do. I love you all. May God bless each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Wind Down Wednesday is coming up next, coming up soon. So make sure you go over to Hands in the Dirt and make sure you check out Wind Down Wednesday coming on tonight. Welcome in Late Night Crafting with Stacy. You just made it in, girl. We better get up out of here. Okay. Thank y'all for being here. God bless y'all. I will see y'all the very next time God allows us to come together. May God bless you. May God keep you. May his face forever shine upon you. Till the next time, y'all, enjoy your journey. Be blessed.